Get ready to deep dive into childhood.
Okay.
But not just any childhood.
Right.
We're going back to 1969
Okay.
to Kerala, India,
Wow.
where a family outing to the region's first 70mm cinemascope screen becomes a pivotal moment in their lives.
Interesting.
Think about it, a cinema experience like no other at that time.
Yeah, it's fascinating how the author uses this, like, cutting-edge cinema to set the stage, right?
Right.
It's like this world of escape, a stark contrast.
Totally.
The complex realities of the family
Yes.
at the heart of our deep dive.
We meet the twins, Esta and Rahel, experiencing their first adult outing. Then there's their mother, Amu, wrestling with family dynamics and societal expectations. And of course, their great aunt, baby Kachama, with her quirks and strong opinions.
I love her already.
Already, you can just sense this tension brewing beneath the surface.
Right from the start, the author, like, draws you in to the children's perspective.
Yes. With the sensory detail.
Yes, all the sensory details.
So many.
The bustling atmosphere of the Abhilash Talkies, the sights, the smells, the sounds.
You're right there.
You feel like you're right there with them.
I know.
Have you ever thought about, like, the power of sensory details?
Oh, all the time.
In your own life?
Yeah.
How do certain smells or sounds transport you back to a specific time and place?
It's like when you smell popcorn and you instantly think of movie theaters.
Exactly.
But amidst all the excitement, there's this undercurrent of unease.
Yes.
Especially with Esta.
Right.
He's more reserved than his twin sister.
Yeah.
And his anxieties are evident.
Take, for instance, the bathroom scene.
Oh, yes.
Baby Kachama hoisting little Rahel up to avoid the dirty toilet.
Right.
With her melons in a blouse and blue veins like lumpy knitting.
Oh, I love that.
It's such a stark contrast.
Yes.
The unsettling encounter Esta will later have with the lemon drink man.
Oh, gosh, I know.
Do you think the author did that on purpose?
It's like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That innocent humor of the bathroom scene makes Esta's later trauma even more impactful.
It really does.
It highlights the vulnerability of childhood and how quickly innocence can be shattered.
Speaking of innocence,
yeah,
let's talk about the movie they're watching.
Okay.
The Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music, yeah.
This isn't just a random choice, you know? It becomes a powerful symbol for the twins, representing an idealized world that's far removed from their own.
I see that. They're captivated by the Von Trapp family.
Yes.
They're singing and dancing and escape from the Nazis.
It's a world of, like,
yes,
perfection and happiness, you know?
It is a stark contrast to their own fractured family dynamics and the societal pressures. Their
questions about whether Baron Von Trapp would love them reveal their deep anxieties about their own worthiness of love.
That's deep.
Have you ever felt that way?
Of course.
Like wondering if you were truly deserving of love and acceptance?
I think it's a universal feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We all crave that sense of belonging.
We do.
But for Esta and Rahel, those anxieties are magnified by their family situation and the societal expectations.
And don't overlook the clean white children detail.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This subtle detail points to the themes of class.
Yes.
And societal divisions.
It's subtle, but it's there.
It's there.
And then comes the devastating encounter that changes everything for Esta.
Yeah.
He's separated from his family in the bustling cinema lobby and encounters the lemon drink man.
Ooh, boy.
Now, the author doesn't go into graphic detail, but the emotional impact is palpable.
It is. The focus is on Esta's internal struggle.
Yes.
His attempts to cope with the trauma through physical reactions like vomiting and withdrawing into himself.
It's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
What makes it even more poignant is Amu's reaction.
Oh, tell me about it.
She's unaware of the specifics of what happened, but she unknowingly adds to Esta's pain when she says, when you hurt people, they begin to love you less.
It's heavy.
I know.
That statement hangs over Esta like a dark cloud.
It does.
He internalizes it.
Yes.
Believing that his encounter with the lemon drink man will somehow diminish his mother's love for him.
It's powerful.
It speaks volumes about the power of words.
Yes.
And the unintended consequences they can have, particularly on a child, delicate psyche.
The taxi ride back to the hotel is filled with a palpable sense of unease. Outwardly, everything seems normal, but each character is grappling with their own internal turmoil.
Pay attention to the moth landing on Rahel's heart.
What a powerful symbol, right?
Yes.
It represents the weight of the day's events, the feeling of something precious being tainted.
Exactly.
And then Rahel asks Amu
Yeah.
this innocent but hurtful question.
I remember that.
If you had to choose, which one of us would you choose to save?
Oof, that's heavy.
It just reveals her deep-seated insecurities.
It does.
And those cracks that are already forming
Wow.
in their mother-daughter bond.
And back at the hotel, the family further disintegrates.
Right.
They're physically close, but emotionally distant.
Yes.
Each character isolated in their pain.
Yes.
Chaco seeks solace in food, trying to numb his longing for his daughter.
His daughter, Sophie Mull, who's in England.
Yeah, who's far away.
With his ex-wife.
Pesta, still reeling from his trauma, seeks comfort in the familiar presence of his twin.
Yes.
And Rahel, racked with guilt and seeking reassurance, asks Chaco these profound questions about love.
Oh, I remember this part.
Is it necessary to love your own children most?
Yeah.
If you love someone more than your children, wouldn't that be wrong?
What powerful questions for a child to be asking.
They really are.
Chaco, lost in his own thoughts, offers these vague and somewhat philosophical answers that do little to assuage Rahel's anxieties.
Right.
It highlights that communication breakdown within the family and the complexities of love and loss that both children and adults grapple with.
Even as the day comes to a close, the turmoil continues.
Yeah.
Esta wakes up from a nightmare.
Oh, no.
Still haunted by the events at the cinema and vomits.
It's a physical manifestation.
It is an emotional trigger.
Of the emotional turmoil he can't express.
Yes, and he seeks out Rahel, finding solace in their shared connection.
That unspoken understanding.
That twin bond.
Yes, that twin bond.
It foreshadows the crucial role their bond will play as they navigate.
It does.
The challenges ahead. Their connection, forged in childhood, will become a lifeline as they face the complexities of their family.
And the world around them.
Now, before we delve deeper into those complexities, let's take a step back and examine the family dynamics that have led to this point. We've met the twins, their mother, Amu, and their great aunt, baby Kuchama. But there's another key player, Chaco.
Oh, yes, Chaco.
The twins' uncle. He's recently returned to the family home.
Paradise Pickles.
Paradise Pickles.
After his marriage in England ended, bringing with him a whole new layer of complexity to the family dynamic.
Precisely. Chaco's return adds like another layer, to this already intricate family.
It's complex. He's a charming yet somewhat irresponsible figure. Grappling with his own demons.
Yeah, his failed marriage and longing for his daughter, Sophie Mull, contributes to that emotional turbulence within the family.
His return also highlights the societal expectations and pressures that weigh heavily on the characters. We've touched on Amu's challenges as a divorced woman in a patriarchal society. But Chaco, as the eldest son, also carries the burden of familial expectations.
Oh, absolutely.
It creates this tension between them.
Yes.
That's almost palpable.
To fully grasp the complexities of this family drama, we need to zoom out for a sec and consider the socio-political backdrop of Kerala in 1969. It's not just a picturesque setting. It's a time of intense political ferment. And those currents are about to sweep.
I see that.
Through Paradise Pickles.
Kerala had elected a communist government just a few years earlier.
Exactly.
And the state was a hotbed of leftist ideology and activism.
Remember Comrade K&M Pillai?
Oh, yeah.
He's a fascinating character. This local communist leader with his sights set on political office, he sees an opportunity to organize the workers at Paradise Pickles.
Interesting.
Exploiting their grievances for his own political gain.
It's like a clash of ideologies playing out right there at the family factory.
You have Chaco, the privileged factory owner, considers himself a benevolent employer. But, he's also running a business. And profits matter.
Profits always matter.
It's a classic example of how personal beliefs and economic realities often collide.
They do.
Chaco wants to be the good guy.
Yeah.
But he's also constrained by his position.
I see that.
And Comrade Peli, though genuinely motivated by ideology, is also a shrewd opportunist.
Interesting.
He sees the workers' dissatisfaction as a stepping stone.
A stepping stone, yeah.
To power.
And then there's Velutha.
Yes, Velutha.
He's a paravan.
Right.
Which means he belongs to a lower caste.
Yes, placing him at the bottom of the social hierarchy.
You're right.
It's important to understand the caste system to fully grasp the complexities of this story.
Yes. It's a rigid social structure.
Very rigid.
That dictates one's status.
And opportunities.
And it's on birth.
Yes, Velutha's low caste status limits his options.
Right.
Despite his skills as a carpenter.
That's why his character is so fascinating.
He is.
He represents the intersection of caste and class.
He challenges traditional notions
right.
of caste and occupation, which makes him a threat to the established order.
A threat, yeah.
His communist affiliations only amplify this threat in the eyes
of
the upper class.
So we have all these simmering tensions, family drama, societal pressures, class conflict, political maneuvering.
And as you mentioned earlier, the arrival of Sophie Mole is about to throw another log onto this already raging fire.
Sophie Mole's arrival from England disrupts the family's fragile equilibrium.
She's an outsider.
In every sense of the word.
Exactly.
Both in terms of her upbringing and her mixed-race heritage.
She's completely oblivious to the complex web of relationships and unspoken rules that govern this family.
Right.
It's like she stepped into a minefield.
Without even realizing it.
And her arrival triggers all sorts of anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
And insecurities within the family.
Makes sense.
Baby Kochama sees her as a threat.
I bet.
A symbol of Amu's perceived transgressions.
Right.
Rahel, already feeling insecure about her place in the family, sees Sophie Moles as a rival for Chaco's affection.
And amidst all this family drama, the conflict between Chaco and Comrade Peli intensifies.
It does.
Peli sees Sophie Mole's arrival as an opportunity to further exploit the situation at Paradise Pickles.
He knows that Chaco is emotionally vulnerable.
Right.
And steps up his efforts.
To organize the workers.
It's like a pressure cooker about to explode.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
And Velutha, caught between his loyalty to Chaco and his sympathy for the workers, becomes a symbolic bridge between these two worlds.
But his position is precarious.
Very precarious.
As a paravan and a communist, he's viewed with suspicion.
By both sides.
He's walking a tightrope.
He is.
And any misstep could have disastrous consequences.
So we have a family struggling to adjust to Sophie Mole's presence.
Right.
Which unleashes this torrent of unspoken tensions and resentment.
Totally.
And at the same time, this larger societal conflict is brewing with Chaco and Comrade Peli locked in this power struggle.
Yes.
And Velutha caught precariously in the middle.
What happens next?
Well, let's just say the consequences are both inevitable and utterly heartbreaking.
So we left off with this, powder keg of a situation.
Tense.
Family tensions reaching a boiling point. Societal pressures bearing down on everyone.
Yeah.
And a political struggle simmering in the background. It's almost like the stage is set for a tragedy.
And
no.
That's exactly what unfolds.
Amidst all this chaos, a forbidden love blossoms.
A forbidden love.
Between Amu and Velutha.
Oh, wow.
It's a relationship that defies every societal norm and threatens to shatter the fragile peace that remains at Paradise Pickles.
It's a big deal.
Remember, Amu is already considered a social outcast.
Right, because she's divorced.
And Velutha, as a paravan, is considered untouchable by the upper caste. Their love is not just forbidden. It's unthinkable.
It challenges the very foundation of the caste system.
Which governs their society.
Their love story is like this powerful indictment of the rigid social structures.
It really is.
That dictate who we can love.
Yeah.
And
it exposes the hypocrisy of a society that claims to value family and tradition while simultaneously tearing apart those who dare to step outside
those narrowly defined boundaries.
It's a classic tale of star-crossed lovers.
It is.
But with a distinct
twist.
Their moments of stolen happiness are bittersweet.
Yeah.
Overshadowed by the constant fear of discovery and the devastating consequences
that would inevitably follow.
And those consequences are swift and brutal.
Oh, no.
Baby Kochama, driven by a mix of social conditioning and personal resentment, discovers their secret
Her reaction
is not one of understanding or compassion,
but
of fear and outrage.
In a moment of desperation,
Yes.
she accuses Belutha of a crime he didn't commit.
Wow.
It's a betrayal that sets in motion a chain of events
That will have tragic
and irreversible consequences.
of everyone involved.
Think about the implications of her actions.
Yeah.
She's not just condemning Belutha.
Right.
She's also condemning Amu and, most importantly, the twins.
The twins.
Who are completely innocent in all of this.
It's so sad.
Her actions are a stark reminder of how fear and prejudice can drive people to commit unspeakable acts.
The police, fueled by caste prejudice,
yeah,
and manipulated by Baby Kochama's lies, brutally attack Belutha.
It's a scene that's both horrifying
yeah.
and all too familiar.
In a society where those in power often abuse their authority
to maintain the status quo.
What's even more heartbreaking is the family's response.
Instead of defending Belutha,
they choose to protect their own reputation.
They remain silent.
Complicit in the injustice
that unfolds.
Their silence speaks volumes.
About the power dynamics at play.
And the fear that governs their actions.
Esta and Rahel, still children,
I know.
witness the horror of Belutha's death.
It's a trauma that shatters their innocence.
And leaves them
emotionally scarred.
It's a cruel reminder that even in the seemingly safe confines of childhood, the world can be a harsh
and unforgiving. The twins, once inseparable, are torn apart
by the weight
of their shared trauma.
Esta, unable to cope,
it is sent away,
and Rahel is left to navigate
baggage of their family,
forever haunted by the events of that fateful summer.
This story is a tragedy.
On multiple levels.
It's a tragedy of forbidden love.
A tragedy of social injustice.
And a tragedy of lost innocence.
It lays bare the complexities of human relationships and the devastating consequences of prejudice and fear.
But it's also a story about resilience.
Yes.
And the enduring power of love.
Even in the face of unimaginable loss.
There's a glimmer of hope.
There is.
The twins' bond,
though tested,
remains strong.
And Amu, despite the tragic consequences
of her choices,
never wavers in her love for Belutha.
As we conclude our deep dive
into this powerful
and thought-provoking
story,
we're left with a profound sense of both sadness and hope.
Sadness for the lives lost and the injustices endured.
And hope for a future
where love knows no boundaries and justice prevails.
This deep dive has been a journey
into the heart of human experience, exploring themes of love, loss, betrayal,
and resilience.
It's a story that stays with you
long after you've finished reading,
prompting you to question the world around you
and the choices we make
as individuals and as a society.
We hope this deep dive has given you new insights into the complexities
of family dynamics,
the enduring impact of childhood experiences,
and the importance of fighting
for a more just and equitable world.
Remember, this is just the beginning of your exploration.
The story of Esta, Rahel, Amu, Belutha,
and all the other characters we've met
continues to resonate.
We encourage you to delve deeper,
to consider the questions this story raises,
and to apply those insights
to your own life and the world around you.
Until next time,
keep diving deep,
keep questioning,
and keep seeking those moments of truth and beauty that illuminate
our shared human experience